Hey guys, today I have the Tribit StormBox Blast 2. I want to thank Tribit for sending this sample to me for my evaluation. They did not pay me for my opinion, but today I'm going to give you my honest thoughts on it. Inside of the box, you get a charging cable that plugs directly into the wall, and then it goes into the back of the speaker itself. Then you also have a user manual that gives you a rundown of all of the operation. And then of course you get the speaker itself. This is a pretty hefty unit. It's one of the largest Bluetooth speakers I've ever tried, but simply put, this thing is phenomenal in all regards. So up here you have all of your controls. You have a power button here, just press and hold it to turn on. And once you turn it on, you can see these beautiful LEDs illuminate. You have one on each side, and then the speakers and the woofer inside have the LED as well. These lights are really cool because they actually play to the sound of your music. We'll test that out later. But up here, you can take a look at more of the controls. You have a multi-function button and a plus minus. This is all used for controlling the music, to play, pause, or to adjust tracks or adjust the volume. And then right here, you have the LED button where you can actually turn on and off the LEDs if you're not a fan. And then you have your X bass button, which I recommend keeping on because if you want to get the best sound, you're going to want a hefty amount of bass. And then over here on the right, you have a TWS button. So you can actually hook up two of these speakers to work simultaneously in a pair. Off to the left here, you have a battery life indicator. Basically, each one of these represents 25% battery life. Right now, it's sitting about 75%. It's got this nice built-in handle that is much appreciated because this thing is quite heavy. If I put it on a scale, you can see that is 15 pounds and 15.5 ounces. So basically 16 pounds total. On each end, you have a passive radiator. These things thump and boom along with the music. On the back here, you have something very unique. This is a big rubber flap that you can pull off, and there's actually inputs for different microphones. So you can actually use this speaker as a karaoke machine, which is really fun. You have your charging port, a USB-C input, and a USB-A output, and as well as an auxiliary input. You can adjust the reverb on the fly here with this little dial, or adjust the volume of each microphone. It's pretty cool that they've incorporated this karaoke machine kind of feature. So one thing I do highly recommend is that you install the Tribit app. Once you have it installed, you can add your speaker and click on your speaker. I have full control of the speaker inside of the app. You can adjust the volume here on the fly, or play or pause music, skip tracks, and then on the bottom here, you have settings for the light. So there's different modes that you can see here. You have mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, and each mode is actually adjustable, so you can click the settings and adjust the modes as you wish. Also down here are equalizer settings. So there are actually 8 individual preset equalizer settings, or you can go to the customized. Let's take a look at the presets first. You have X bass off, you have X bass mode, blues traditional, X3D, X bass, audiobook, rock or jazz. And if you head over to the customize, you can actually set up a brand new equalizer setting. So we'll just name this test. And then right here, you can adjust all of the soundstage pretty accurately. There's a lot here to uncover, and it makes it pretty fun and interactive if you really like to tweak your sound settings. Very, very neat. You can also head on over to settings. And then in the settings, you can look at the firmware version, the device name, all sorts of other fine-tuned settings. So let's just play some music through here. You can see the sound goes with the lights, which is really neat. Let's adjust the light. Try some different modes. Very cool. So this is a very durable speaker. It is IP67 rated, which basically means that you can expose it to the outdoor environment without any worry. You can splash water on it or get it really dirty and dusty, and there is no harm to that. This thing is phenomenally loud, and the bass is absolutely heavy. So if you're using it for a party, this is definitely going to be a top pick. In terms of battery life, I experienced about 25 to 30 hours of playtime, which is phenomenal. I keep the volume at about half because this thing is just so loud that I don't find that I need to have it full blast at all. The build quality is superb, and the accompanying app is really fun and nice to have. If you're looking for a party speaker or just a very large Bluetooth speaker, I would highly recommend going with the Tribit StormBox Blast 2. It's really hard to say anything bad about this, except for that it is very large. If you're not looking for a large speaker, you might want to look elsewhere, but overall, a very, very cool speaker and quite unique at that. All in all, I definitely recommend the Tribit StormBox Blast 2. I've been very happy with it, and I think you will be too.